What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's Stamping Saturday. Our theme this week is back to school. So, I don't know why I'm pointing with my oily detail brush, but we'll use this in a few minutes. It's a pointer. It's like my magic wand. Anyway, I'm going to pull from a Beauty Big Bang plate. Somebody please tell me, is Beauty Big Bang still in business? I can't find them. Anyway, so this is City XL001. So I'm going to use a couple of different images off this plate. I'm going to pull this girl kind of walking and reading, which is maybe dangerous. I don't know. And the bus. We're going to pull those first and put a smudge-free top coat. We're going to reverse stamp them just real quick. And yeah, so we're going to do that, and so set those aside and let them dry. I have 4 tips here. I can't even tell you what pink this is. It is not this pink stamping polish, but they match almost perfectly. Over the yellow, these two match. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, we're going to use Bam White and Go Be You. And Prancing Pink. That is Miss Molly going out the doggy door. And then a smudge-free top coat. So, yeah, I did mix the yellow with a little bit of white so that when I pulled the white in as stamping polish, it didn't look so stark. I hope that makes sense. I do practice this. I'll write them down. I'll show you. I like write little things out. Like here it is right here. On the edge, you can't see the rest of this paper. But anyway, so I work them all out before I turn the camera on. Anywho, let's get going. So we are going to pick the bus up with the Prancing Pink. These are all Maniolgy stamping polishes, the smudge-free top coat from Maniolgy, Monocle stampers, and the scraper. Yes, and I am a Maniolgy ambassador. So my ambassador code, Never Naked 10. I'll throw it up here. It's always down in the description box. Use it for 10% off. All right, so I am going to pick this bus up. Bus driver. You guys watch that show? Oh, I love that show. Anyway, this plate is kind of touchy. So, yeah, see, it didn't, you kind of almost have to leave more polish than you normally would on a scrape. This plate is really touchy. I mean, that's like more stamping polish than I would normally use anyway, but yeah, so I barely went across it. Oh, see, much better. Several people have asked me about these gloves. They are acetone resistant to a point. They do break down after a few 3 or 4 uses, but they're called Frammer. I'll put a picture of them up here, the box. I get it on Amazon. They're purple, and I love purple, but they are also very good, powder-free, you know, all that kind of stuff. But several people have asked me about them, and yeah. So we're going to smudge-free top coat the bus, and we're also going to pick this girl up right here. And she goes in white. And she's also, this plate is really weird. It's like where you would think that wouldn't work. I love these little tacks. Aren't they cute? Yeah, where you would think you didn't scrape enough, it was, you saw it. Anyway, so I'm going to put smudge-free top coat on. Girl, why are you hanging on to that? I cannot get it. And, oh, okay. Oh, shoot. Smudge-free top coat. Let me OCD that to the side. We'll come right back to that. So I am moving. Woohoo! Anyway, by the time this comes up, I'll have already moved. So the next time I film, well, I can't say that because I'm not sure in what order some videos will go up, but never mind. Anyway, new adventures. So I'm going to set these two aside and we'll work on the rest of these now. All right, so let me clean this plate off. All right, so the back to school. Okay, that's good. That was kind of messy. I'm going to use this back to school right here. I'm trying to remember which way I wanted it. Yeah, oh, okay. I'm going to, again, it's a touchy plate, so I just have to barely scrape it, or you just don't get enough. Just don't get enough of it. All right, so I'm going to grab that. And now we're going to stamp over it with the Prancing Pink. Oh, for poop's sakes. All right, take a deep breath. Just kidding. I will. And I'm going to offset it just a tiny bit. Just give a little three-dimensional sort of looky-loo. Oh, son of a... All right, stay on there this time. Oh, there. All right, so that one's done. We'll smudge-free top coat that and then put a regular top coat, a glossy top coat over the top. And let's see, so on this pink one, I'm not even sure what color that is. I did these tips a while ago. We're going to pick up this book right here. It's so cool. I was looking at that line like I needed it. All right, so... There's that one. Shh. You have to be quiet. Thank you for not barking. She's such a crazy dog. All right, so above the girl, I'm going to pick up, oh, this feather right here. And I'm doing that in white as well. This one right here. So kind of coming out of her book. It'll make sense, oh, in a minute. I don't know why this is not. I turned the swamp cooler off because it's been so rainy and cold, and there we go. All right, so that'll be there. The very tip of that feather didn't. We'll fix that in a minute. All right, so let me slide this over here. We're going to grab these two, and I'm just going to add a little bit of white to the bust just to pull some of the white as the same as the yellow one over there. I think I'm just going to hit a few different things, like maybe up here. Oh, maybe the mirrors. I don't know. The inside of the tires. Okay, so they dry, and I put really, really thin coat of sticky base coat on the back of these images. So let's take girly hair. Oh, and I put smudge-free top coat on both of these. This one is so cool. I'll get you a better shot. Sorry. I'm thinking about using Northern Lights, the silver one. I think it would dress this up, but anyway, I think I might use that as a topper, but that'll be a surprise for the end. I'm going to drop her on here, and I'm going to put her so I want that feather like coming out of her book, if that makes sense. Just like that. That's not a dog hair, it's a piece of smudge-free top coat. All right, so I'm going to smooth that down and probably clean up the edges just with a little bit of acetone and a cleanup brush, and then I'll smudge free the rest of this right there. All right, so we'll come back to her. And then I'm going to grab this one. And, oh, bubbles. That's why I had this open. Silly me. All right, so I'm going to put the bust, as much of the bust, even if it's sort of going downhill, to keep most of the bust on the nail. It's like just a half an inch too big. Well, not even that. It's just like a bumper too big. So let me just smooth that down. Sometimes gloves get in the way, I think. So I'm just trying to lift it a little and get it to get that wrinkle out of there. It's all right. I'll smooth it. It'll be fine. All right, so we got the bus on there. What I'm going to do is take my cleanup brush real fast and a very tiny bit of acetone on the edge of my brush. I'm just going to tap the edge of this decal and kind of pull it down just to blend it down and clean some of that harsh edge up from the smudge-free top coat. And I'm going to do the same thing to the top without touching. Now remember, this is still fresh stamping polish, so if you put acetone on it right now, it's going to smear it all over the place. So just don't get too close. All right, so, and then I'm going to try and probably tap underneath here and just seal it off since it kind of went around. And same back here. Okay, so now that the bust is down and before I smudge free, excuse me, that was a weird sneeze. I'm gonna take my liner brush. This bust is just floating in the air right now, so I just have to give it something to be on. If anybody knows me, it has to be grounded. So I'm just gonna give it a line to just be driving down. Just, you know, ground it a little bit. You know, look how cute that bus is. If school buses were that cute, they should be that cute. Anyway, let me clean that up and I'll put some smudge free. I'll be right back. All right, so I'm gonna let these two finish up drying with the smudge-free top coat, and then I'll hit them. This is I&M Out the Door Northern Lights. I get it on Amazon. I get everything on Amazon. Anyway, so that's what. There's a good sparkle to them. So pretty. I'll give you a shot at the end of the video, a little bit better lighting, along with everybody else who participated in this week's Back to School Mani. I will also leave a link to their channels down in the description box. So go check them out and show them some love, if you will. I will also, always in the description box is my ambassador code, Never Naked 10 for Maniolgy. I really, really do appreciate you all. Subscribe if you haven't. Join me on my journey and help me out. It's easy for you. It's not so easy for us. Anyway, I always say something wrong. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to go and finish these up. I will catch you in the next video. And meanwhile, don't forget, smile at the grumpy. Bye.